Ah, okay, there we go. I think it is working. No? I, I think I'm streaming, but when I try and check whether I'm streaming, Twitch breaks. Okay, I'm just gonna assume I'm streaming. I feel like there should be a better way of telling this than just opening it up in a browser on the same machine I'm streaming from. That doesn't seem like the right way to do this. I guess that's the right way to have this. I need to have the chat open though, don't I? That seems like it should be a. Is that a feature? That should be a feature in XSplit, shouldn't it? Is that something I have to install? God knows. There's also a way to pop out the chat, but I can never remember how to do it. How do I do that? Can't remember. Oh well. Well, I'm just going to carry on playing The Witcher. That's what I'm going to do. I haven't played this at all for 3 months or however long it's been since I last loaded.
Hendrik, the Emperor's spy. Hendrik was operating incognito in that war-ravaged land. His mission, to gather intelligence about Ciri. Yet Geralt arrived too late. The Wild Hunt had reached Hendrik first. The Witcher learned nothing from the spy's corpse, but the Wraiths had failed to find his notes. Geralt read them and knew that Ciri had been a guest of the Bloody Baron, a local warlord, and that she'd quarreled with a witch.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I went and met a man. Okay, yeah, the Emperor wants me to... Is it his daughter? I can't remember. There's this other girl who's got white hair but isn't a Witcher, or maybe is a Witcher? I can't remember. But she's the daughter of the Emperor. And also Geralt used to raise her for some reason. Yeah, talk to me? No? E to talk? Doesn't talk. I have some sort of quest. I don't know if that's a main quest or not. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, so I just came to a new zone and I haven't done anything here yet. That's presumably a main quest. These are presumably side quests. There are a lot of question marks on this map. Oh, that looks exhausting. I don't know, actually no, that's not fair because I like the Ubisoft I like the Ubisoft system. Oh, Asia said, "Do you think recaps like that are appropriate?" Like the little intro, the loading intro did. Yeah, I think that's fantastic. I wish we would like it's well. So in on RuneScape, it's what we're trying to do with the like the intro cutscenes. The problem is those intro cutscenes have a lot that they want to accomplish. But like the Desperate Times one, I think does a good job of recapping. That's what it's for. Um, I think given the requisite break with Azanadra Quest, I think the Azanadra Quest cutscene doesn't do enough to catch you up on where you should be in the cutscene. Sorry, in the storyline. But the Desperate Times one is there primarily as a sort of recap of where things are before. So I think yes, I guess if you do them every so often. No, actually no. Hang on, no, I'm arguing against myself there because if there are prerequisites, even if there are prerequisites, it's been at least a couple of months until the last time you experienced the story. It may have been longer than that, depending on the here. There aren't any prerequisites here because I could have just kept playing the game through. There's no time delay, but it's been months since I last played this game. It's kind of up to me when I want to resume playing. So yeah, I think we could do more in that. It's hard though. It's hard to figure. I guess the NPC you could just talk to the NPC and say, could you give me a um, could you give me a summary of where you are, or like where like at the start of the quest, something like that. Probably would work as just a simple recap. Sorry, 1 second. I'm unsure whether I should tweet that I'm streaming now. For a while I was, but I need to check what our policy is at the moment. There's a green treasure chest up there, and the treasure chest seems like something I would want.
Plowing hangover.
I feel like I may have been on this wild goose chase before. Oh, it's my stash, right? Okay. I don't know what I have in there. Is this my stuff? Why am I carrying so many pants around? Wait, I can't remember where the way out is now. Ah, the dotted lines are telling me, that's good. Where am I going? There. Is there anyone I can sell all my trousers to?
Got eyes like a cat. You catch mice too.
Oh, can't I do something like sharpen my sword? Yeah.
What are you doing? Why are you chopping this?
No.
I'm fashioning a new model, 2-piece.
What's gotten into you again?
Wait and see. Just need to join these with the rivets, then clamp them loosely. Pieces will move freely then.
It is nice streaming a fully voiced game rather than having to read it all out.
How may I assist you?
I'm looking for... Yes, that's definitely why I approached you.
Looking for someone who can craft me some armor. Gotta be top quality.
Well, I've been at it 20 years now. Mastered the craft in some respects, if I do say so myself.
You wish.
Don't listen to her. She's been sore lately, snorting every chance she gets. So, what kind of armor are we talking about?
Light, but durable. Can't constrain movement, and I gotta be able to get in it without anybody's help.
That all? Sure it shouldn't be self-cleaning. And how about it wipe your arse after you take a shite in the bushes?
Sounds great. Can you make a suit like that?
No, but find someone who can and I'll gladly meet them. Ought to know one thing when it comes to armor. If it's got to be durable, it can't be light.
It can. Just needs the proper tools to make it. Tools like the folk of Clan Tordaroch used on Undvik.
Joanna, I told you time and again to stay silent when I talk to customers. Shouldn't pester folk with those nonsense Skellige legends of yours.
It ain't legend, and it ain't nonsense. My granddad would go to Undvik for his armour. Said Tordaroch folk made the best. Till last year, that is, when a giant ravaged their island. Inhabitants either ran off or died, but the forge should still be in one piece.
Worth looking into. Say I find the tools. Will you craft the armor for me?
On condition you bring the tools. But only then.
What? Okay, fine. It's super contrived, but I don't know. I like quests to get equipment, so I'm kind of fine with it, even though it's terrible.
These legends mention where the forge might be?
Yes, north side of the isle, in a cave. Clanfolk carved out a rock face to build it.
Look for the tools next time I'm in Skellige. Take care now.
What? Okay, sure.
How may I assist you?
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
Okay, I can just see if I can remember how to sell things. Space. Don't need any of this, right? Oh god. Now, this is what happened last time. Sell the thing I moused over. It's obviously the thing that has the tooltip up that should be sold. I don't need any of this, do I? So no, shift. Cavalry boots, cavalry boots. Yep. Oh, those are all my like expensive, elegant thingies. Do I need those? Probably not. There we go. Those are not weapons. And oh, they are. Oh, they're improved weapons. Okay, yeah, fair enough. All right, that's fair enough. Can't remember what I do with all. Does this stuff need selling? Oh, you can't buy it anyway. Okay, sure. Do I want to play Gwent?
Need some armor.
Someone told me that Gwent does actually get better, but I don't know if that's actually true. Skellige Gambison, is that the one they told me about? Probably. God, it's so complicated.
So long.
I don't think I want to play Gwent.
Oi lads, fancy an
Now
outing to
you-
find that she-beast?
Fancy a gander at our little stockpile. We've gathered ourselves quite the collection. Why let such nice things waste away in peasant huts?
Show me what you got.
I played a fair amount of Pazak in oh, a map. I like that. That's good. I like buying a map. That's fun. What was I saying? I can't remember now. Oh yeah, I played a fair amount of Pazak in KOTOR. But
See ya.
I wasn't. I don't know. Someone said that Gwent gets better as you play more of it, but I wasn't impressed by the first few games.
What's that you're muttering?
What we got here? My daughter's hands be strong and supple, and more than one man or wife complaining of witch shot or other aches of the back have come to her greatly troubled and left at ease. If hard work in the fields has got you hunched over like an overburdened ox, come to our hut and find relief. Waste not our time or yours with lecherous proposals. Okay, sure. Is that a quest? No. Any man who wants to test his manliness by slugging it out in the ring, come see us and you'll get to fight the best brawlers. Sharpers, a Gwent playing society based at Crow's Perch, is looking for new members and opponents. Experience preferred would also school newcomers to the game but not return any coin lost during training matches. Good folk, there's a vile and dangerous spook, a beast or devil of sorts, causing no end of trouble near our village, Oniton. We promise our profoundest gratitude and a sizable reward to any brave lad who can slay it. To whom it may concern, let it be known that whoever kills the Shrieker near Crow's Perch, given a sizable reward. If you haven't heard, we race horses. Oh, that seemed like quite a lot of quests. Last time only 2 of them were quests, and there was a whole load of just noise. That's good, I think. I mean, it was fine that some of them weren't quests, but... Oh, blimey, this place is massive. Yeah, I don't mind the this Ubisoft style of... What's that? Bandit Camp? This Ubisoft style of map design, I get stressed out by games of this sort that don't mark the things on the map, so you've got no idea what you have and haven't done. Like that I get quite frustrated by, which would include Skyrim. Skyrim tracks where you haven't visited, but that isn't the same thing as content. It's quite easy to miss content in Skyrim. Am I stealing stuff? Okay, apparently I'm stealing stuff. I haven't yet worked out if this is a game where I'm supposed to steal stuff or not. Why don't we quick save? Oh yeah, I got told off for stealing stuff from guards, didn't I? They attacked me. But apparently stealing stuff from peasants is fine. This is not a mechanic I like in RPGs. I mean, it's fine if you're a thief, right? If that's the premise, that you're a thief. So in that regard, in Skyrim, it's fine that like the option to steal things exists, but I wish it was a bit more coherent. Like, oh, there's a door. Wasn't there something to pick around here? Oh, there it is. I'm sure I've got a horse somewhere. Wait, am I running to the wrong quest? No, yeah, that's where I need to go, to the horse. Let's see if I can remember how to use a horse. Or in fact, any of the controls to this game.
You! What's that you're muttering?
That's a good demonstration of why highlighting what button you should press for everything in the game is a good thing. Because it means I don't need to worry about what the mount horse button is.
Got eyes?
Come on.
Catch mice too.
Whoa!
Isn't there some button you can push to follow roads? Ah, it's this button.
Giddy up.
Oh, and it's telling me down there how to gallop. That's great.
She's racing.
But the follow dots are not very accurate. Oh. Do I need the other kind of sword? Silver sword. Dodge alt. I can't remember how to roll. It's not that. It's not that. Foolproof, completely foolproof.
Ghoul nest. Ought to just destroy it.
Oh. Yeah, I had a... Possibly should have moved slightly further away. Can't remember if diagrams get read automatically or not. There's a thing there about, apparently I've cleared out that bandit camp, is that what that's telling me? When did I do that? Maybe when I arrived. There's a thing there about games that have a very large amount of loot, is that every individual item is totally unprecious. So I just looted a whole load of stuff and I don't know or care what any of it was. Because, like, I guess because you just kind of absorb over time, like, all the random things that you pick up. Gradually, I guess you come to recognise which of those items are worth having and which aren't.
Whoa!
I think, honestly, so far, as ridiculous as it is to say, I kind of enjoyed Fallout 4 more. Even though Fallout 4 was horribly written.
Come on, Roach.
You weren't marked on the map.
You little helping old feeble woman.
What's wrong?
T'other night blasphemers pox take and profane the shrine to Verna the Merciful. Shrine's gotta be repaired, else Verna will take umbrage. Our cows will croak, and kitties will be covered in warts, and our dogs will get the mange.
Warts and mange? Sounds dangerous. Fine, I'll help you. Done.
The good gods have sent ye to me. Someone to repair their shrines from this day on.
Look, already got a trade. I'm a witcher. Restoring traditional roadside structures in wood, just not my specialty.
Fighting evil, that's a witcher's calling. And vandals are worse than beasts.
Fine. I see any damaged shrines, I'll take care of them. Don't go out of my way, though.
Nothing's out of the way in these parts. And the gods will guide ye.
Is it gonna put stuff on my map? Because if so, I will definitely do it, and if not, I will almost certainly not do it. AC said, one of my pet peeves about this game is how whenever you got some mythic sword from a quest, it got replaced right after by some random thing a bandit drops. Yeah, that's a. I mean, you kind of have to decide when you're making the game, right? Whether that's because the counter example I'm most familiar with is something like Baldur's Gate 1 or Baldur's Gate 2, where you find an important, powerful magical sword fairly early in the game, and then you just never replace it ever, and then the whole progression of the game kind of feels a little bit broken as a result. Because there's, you know, like, there's nothing to really strive for. If you're a paladin in Baldur's Gate 2, you should definitely be a two-handed user. Oh. I wish I could remember how to dodge. Not dodge, roll. There is a roll button somewhere. There's also a summon horse button. Ah, it's telling me. Okay, that's good. Ah! Space to dodge. Right, cool. Or roll, sorry. I mean, one way I think the way Assassin's Creed largely does it is that there's, or the later Assassin's Creeds that have this kind of progression mechanism, is they start with generic upgradable gear, and then the legendary items are something that you get at the end of the game, and they actually are end game items. And I think that's a good way to do it. Like any weapon that is, or sorry, like the position of an item within the game's progression hierarchy should be fit to its provenance, you know. Same in no, well, sometimes it's the same in Skyrim, like the Daedric artifacts and things tend to be powerful, but aren't necessarily. They might just be garbage. Although usually if they're garbage, it's just because of the type of item they are. Like, it's a legendary dagger, and you're like, well, that's just not useful to me. Or it's not useful for the situation you're in. Like, I think there's a Daedric shield in Skyrim, and like most of the time you probably want a shield that matches the elemental type of the thing that's attacking you. So in that regard, the one that's the generic Daedric shield isn't ideal for fighting dragons, but it is otherwise a pretty good shield, and you probably won't replace it, I don't think. Skyrim also has another trick, which is that the progression mechanisms are broken. Well, sorry, so they're broken, but I'm going to say it's a good thing that the progression mechanisms in Skyrim, you have like an armor cap, and it's relatively easy to reach that armor cap. I say relatively easy, like from an endgame perspective. So to an extent, you don't actually need to hyper-optimize your armor that much. Okay, I picked up a note. Let's hit that. Dear Vessi, we couldn't afford to pay for ourselves and Patrick, so we sent the young lad to you. I know things are tough your way too, that you 3 tykes your own, so I know that if I didn't have to, I'd not ask this of you, but here in Valamar, you wouldn't believe it if I told you. Please care for Patrick, like your own son. We'll come back from as soon as the war's over. 1,000 thanks. Patrick's got a sack of coin in his bags, enough to pay his guide. He shouldn't have to add anything. Patrick's afraid of the dark. Oh. As per Professor Atomstein's instructions, I will not be conducting further explorations of the sites where I discover pictographs relating to the Cat School of Witches. Sure. Oh, okay, I actually needed to read that. Fair enough, I guess. Highwayman's notes. Is they going to tell me about that one? Yeah. And they say crime doesn't pay. Never heard greater fucking rubbish in my life. It pays like fucking mad. We took so much loot from that old sod, we won't drink it all up in a year's time. No, even if we down Mahakaman's spirit like it's water and chase it with dry white from Beauclair. Some might blather nonsense about the gods punishing us and whatnot, but I'm too old to believe in fairy tales. Ah, how ironic. Okay, so that little boy and also this bandit were murdered by drowners. Okay, sure. Yeah, so like if I mean I haven't experienced it much this so far, but yeah, if this game is, I think they could probably do a better job of like the legendary gear being actually endgame gear, or it's upgradable. You know, like if it's the case that you find some legendary item, but that legendary item just fits into the game's level band, they could probably do better than that. If discovering legendary items is a mechanic they want in their game, then they could probably do a better job of having those legendary items feel legendary, but still having a progression system. I think those concepts are compatible with each other. What are these things? Spiders? I have some healing potion, don't I? Is that a healing potion? Yeah. Oh, green. I need that, don't I? Green mutagen?
Winds howling.
Is that a larger one? Oh, yeah.
Damn it.
Wow. I like that it was making crazy noises from a distance. Sure. Did I clear that out? I think so. It said Witcher gear is the best, and endgame sword is from a quest. But otherwise, most stuff in between are replaced very quickly. Yeah, I remember. Like, I'm not a big fan of Assassin's Creed games, but I remember Assassin's Creed 2 doing a good job of that. Where is there a way I can heal without just drinking my swallow? Can't remember. Is there a way I can? Oh yeah, I'm supposed to eat food or something, aren't I? Do I just like eat hundreds of rolls or something like that? Can't remember. Oh, there's a quest there. Oh, hey, Pirate. Hey, Percy.
Slow.
Oh, yeah, sorry, no, I wasn't reading the Discord chat, yeah.
Whoa.
Lower difficulties resting heals you, and higher ones you have to eat. Whoa. Whoa. What's happening here?
They need to well, that's clear. Grown fat on grain they stole from our fields.
What did this man do to you?
Him? Nothing. Appeared in the village, looking to trade his ring for some bread.
But we've no food, none, because of the Black Ones. Trampled our fields, raided our granaries, burnt our orchards. So instead of bread, he'll get a noose.
Please, good folk, do you not have ears? I did not want this war. I have deserted to go home to my wife and child. Take everything I have, but spare my life.
Geralt really does not strike me as someone who would just wander up and interfere with an execution. Like, that seems totally out of character for him. He also doesn't strike me as the sort of person who would, having gone up and involved himself in someone's business, just not care.
Let him go.
Oh, sure. And maybe give him some fixings for the journey. Saddle up a horse for him.
Black Ones showed us no mercy. We show them none in return.
Oh, Percy's saying the Witcher gear is the best in slot and you can upgrade it. Okay, oh, that's good then. That's perfect. That's exactly how you want to do it, yeah. So I can find it early on, but then if I want to keep using it at endgame, I can upgrade it to endgame. That's great. Is there a... You have to be careful with that system because it can become very generic, but I'm assuming they've executed it well. It sounds like they have from the way you're describing it. Okay, yeah, I'm totally going to murder all these people.
Tried it the nice way. Gotta try something different.
Or maybe we're going to punch them. Nope, I'm going to murder them. Not completely immersed in this, but there you go.
Thank you. If you had not come...
If I'd not come, only one man would have died. Really going back to your wife?
Yes. She bore a child just before the war started. A girl. I named her Beatrice, after her grandmother. Why? Why did you help me?
Lynch mobs. Nothing good ever comes of them. Now go. Stay off the high roads and give any villages a wide berth until you cross the Yaruga.
No, that didn't. That felt. I feel like he's less well characterized as a result of that quest, rather than more well characterized. That wasn't great. I'll clear out a few more of these and then I'll go do the main quest. I'm not really sure. I haven't got a sense yet for how the game wants me to play.
Whoa!
Percy said each upgrade needs you to find more diagrams. I think the highest tier, maybe highest tier needs to unlock a master smith. Yeah, so it's you don't just automatically upgrade it. You have to do stuff in order to. Yeah, that sounds great.
Slower.
I mean, yeah, the RuneScape version of that problem is obviously upgrading from God Swords or even upgrading from God Armor. We talked about that last time, I think.
Come on now. You'll never learn.
Is that it? Okay. I like this. My friend calls this map fucking, where you just ride around all the question marks and tick them off, and he absolutely loathes it. But this is why I found. Oh no, there are some more buddies. This is why I found, like, I didn't like Assassin's Creed Origins at all, but I found it incredibly playable. For basically this reason, that you could just mindlessly follow the question marks and do some absolutely trivial content at each one. And when it's tired and you've been at work all day, that's honestly not a bad way to play a game, you know? Like, I think some people, well, my friend in particular, would sneer at that. But, sometimes I don't want to be, like, challenged beyond all belief. Where am I going next? Oh, yeah.
Giddy up.
I guess, I mean, that's the meat that RuneScape's built out of as well, right? Was it, Extra Credit calls it abnegation, which I'm not entirely convinced by as a label, but basically, like, it's basically just relaxing gameplay where you can turn your brain off like watching TV, you know. Although if I was playing something like this and I wasn't streaming, I'd probably watch TV at the same time. Because it's a little too undiverting to capture my attention, but it's nice to do it while talking to people. Quite like that. So how big is this? Is it? So there's no question marks down here. I'm not clear whether that means the content stops. There's no question marks up here either. Does that just mean I'm not close enough to detect them maybe, or I haven't entered that? Maybe this is another zone and I haven't entered this zone. Let's go find out what that is. Oh, can I? So I could rest. Let's try. Let's do that and see if I can remember how resting works. Oh, it's going to consume some alcohol, isn't it, to rest? Is that how it works? Oh, I can't rest. Wait, hang on. I can't remember how to rest. Do I rest like at a bedroll? I wonder. Oh well, let's just carry on. That's fine. Let's stand in the fire and be on fire. That's my plan. Oh. I've been trying to complete brutal levels in StarCraft 2, which is the exact opposite of this. It's so exhausting. Brutal StarCraft 2 is like, it's not the hardest game I've ever played. Maybe actually, it's hard. It's really hard. I think Bloodborne's probably harder. I mean, I never did finish. I still haven't killed. Oh, that's what I should have been doing.
You got a Gabrielle. The auto-crank one-handed Gabrielle ensures you get the first shot and the last word.
I should have been streaming Dark Souls. I'm still at... Shit, I can't remember what they're called now. Ornstein and Smough. I'm still at Ornstein and Smough. After like 5 years. I should go back and try that again. He wants a He's got a Gabrielle. What?
Let me have a look at your stock.
Does your stock include a Gabrielle? What's this? Oh, more maps. Oh, nice. That's great. And you know I tend to be negative about things. But he's like, I want to sell you a map to some treasure. I'm excited. I'm actually genuinely excited about that. It's the kind of thing I'm playing these games for in the first place. Wait, is green better? Yeah, green is fancy, right? Green is better than yellow in this game. Every game has its own, including RuneScape, has its own bloody colour system. Is that an upgrade? Maybe? Plus 4, what? So my current ones have got plus 44 vitality on them, which sounds like a lot. That sounds better than 4% something or other, or a couple of points of armor, but I don't actually know. They're not obviously a downgrade. Maybe I'll just hold on to them for now.
So long.
I'll remember how to do crafting soon. Oh, blimey. Haven't done any of the last one. Question marks. Oh, I unlocked question marks from the notice boards. Oh, I didn't read that. Damn it. What did that say? New marker, undiscovered location. So is this the... Oh, so now I've interacted with the notice board, it gives me all those question marks. Okay, that's neat. Yeah, that's good. Oh, and all these ones. Oh, right, wow. Does that mean I missed the notice board in Blackbough? No, I don't... Oh, yeah, that's close enough to here, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's like the Eagle Towers. I mean, yeah, the Eagle Towers were a bit more prominently displayed. I didn't... Maybe it told me in the tutorial, I don't remember. But I felt like the Eagle Towers were super, super clear what they did. Sorry, in Assassin's Creed, you climb to the top of the tower and you push a button and it kind of unlocks the map. Oh yeah, no, so that one's clearer because that the map is blacked out. I think you don't want to black it out. I think it's too much, but graying it out. Assassin's Creed encouraged you to look for those towers and kind of unlock the map and put the question marks down as a result. And it was kind of basically the same thing, but I think I preferred that. I think you could do because like it's obvious that there are no question marks in this part of the map here, but it isn't obvious that I need to do something to reveal them. It would be nice if it was, I don't know. I found it a bit more intuitive in Assassin's Creed. I think it's not a big deal though. What they've done here is fine. Kind people don't eat cats. It brings horribly ill luck. After I brewed a broth from our she-cat, next day I twisted my ankle in the field. It's clear they speak truth, saying cats are creatures soaked in foul magic and copulating with witches and seek revenge from beyond the grave. Yeah, that is actually factually true. To the thief who's nipping goods out of my pantry as soon as I put them there, that sausage you took last week, I prepared it especially for you from the bloated carcass of a mare I found in the muck, rotten eggs and a handful of larvae. I then spat in it for seasoning and added some other highly personal ingredients. Hope you ate your fill, you scurvy rogue. That is the plot of Let Them Eat Pie. Hark, some devilry's taken hold of our field, something neither spirit nor phantom. Old Will swears on his mother's grave it's likely to be Jenny of the Woods. Whether it is or it ain't, be careful and don't go out in the fields alone, and most certainly not without a scythe or rake in hand. But if you've the courage to drive the foul thing off, you'll receive a handsome reward. Okay, there's that ghost, I think. I'll shear the hair off any trollop who fraternises with the Nilfgaardians, so her baldness will proclaim her shame to all, and I'll carve the face of any peddler who deals with the Black Ones or provides them a service. Lovely.
Be the witchman, the freak of nature.
Jenny of the Woods. Yeah. Oh, hang on, got some more. After being recruited by... Oh, hang on, so these were supposed to go in order, presumably. Wait, where was the third map? That wasn't the third map. Oh, hang on. Oh, are these just all my unread ones? Oh, those are all the unread ones, okay. That's confusing. After being recruited by Professor Slavko Atimstein to join his research group, I began a study of the Griffin School of Witches. My base of operations was the tomb under the Crookback Hills. The professor claimed this was the final resting place for one of the Griffins and wished to find a way inside it. I quickly discovered a range of places of interest, each marked with a pictogram in the shape of a Griffin School Witcher medallion. I've marked these points on this map. Ploughing syphilitic son of Epoxy Hora lost the first map. I prepared for Professor Atomstein in the game of Gwent. I must now return to my base and start anew. Meanwhile, I'll mark further points of interest. Okay, sure. I wonder what... So did they... These question marks are all undisclosed. So, oh yeah, I had this problem last time, didn't I? It doesn't mark. It only marks your current quest objective on the map. Is that right? That I can select a specific quest. Hunting a witch. Are these main quests or are these side quests? I can't remember. That looks like a main quest. Oh, these are right. These are all main quests because it says main quest. Fair enough. The notes left by Hendrik, the Nilfgaardian agent, mentioned Ciri had quarrelled with some witch, and the Newt Stewart in question could be found near the village of Midcopse. Yeah, it's giving me... This is enough information to tell me what needs going on, but not so much information that I'm put off reading it, which is a problem sometimes with journal entries. So that's a good amount of detail. That's way too much. Ciri's room. Wait, I did that. I already did. I remember doing that. That's weird. Maybe I didn't save or something. Funeral pyres. Okay, so I've got a whole load of... Yeah, but so this is... Right. So yeah, no, this is bad. This is actually bad from a UX perspective because given that I have this map, it's like... I could understand a game wanting to have like an immersive map that isn't covered in nonsense, but this map is absolutely covered in nonsense. So not putting all of the different side quests on it. So I don't know if I'm near a side quest. I mean, I guess it creates a gameplay loop where I have to go into my journal and select a specific side quest and go and do it. But I'd rather just do whatever happens to be nearby. And I don't know. Is this the hunting a witch? Find the witch on your own. Ask the residents of Midcopse. Okay, so I just coincidentally happen to be near the place. Sure, let's just do it. Hey, anyone seen a witch? Have you seen a witch, sir?
Can't be in two places at once, can I?
How about you? Have you seen a witch? Bestiary entry added werewolves. Okay, sure. Have you seen a witch? No, guess not. Anyone in here seen a witch? Are you a witch? You look like you might be a witch. Got red hair. No? Anyone else? Ah, you look like a witch. She's wearing... Look, that hat is obviously arcane in nature. Has no one here seen a witch? You, sir, have you seen a witch? No, you already told me about that. I don't even know what that is.
Need something crafted.
Can he craft me a Gabrielle? Why is he advertising to me something that doesn't appear to exist? What's that about? Ah, you look like a witch kind of guy.
Witch.
Yeah!
Look for her then. I know nothing.
Oh.
Best give Crow Perch a wide berth.
So his dialogue kind of implies that everyone in the...
Never visit the witch myself.
Ah, I mentioned a witch.
For the should send him back to the witch. Might cure him of laziness.
Greetings, ma'am.
Good day to you, sir. Need something?
Got a matter for your village witch. Know where I can find her?
I don't bother with her myself. But ask my man. He'll know. Twerked his back so bad last week he could hardly move. So I sent him to the witch. Came back sprightly as a foal.
Where is he?
In the yard, no doubt. Pain's gone, but Sleuth's setting now. Should be hunting foxberries to feed our young'uns. Marion's lad, now that man, he knows how to provide for his family. Got some water rats last. They had food for days.
Wait, I already talked to you about the witch.
Good day. Heard you know where to find the local witch.
Who told you that?
Your wife.
Daft wench. Leave me be and don't listen to that nattering sow. We've not had a witch, shaman, nor a cunning wench in ages.
You sure? Give it a think.
Won't take no for an answer, will ye? Ooh, alright. Know the small pond near the village? Path leads off from it. Follow that till you come across a lone rock. Walk around that, then to the woods. Find the old cart. You're there.
Thanks.
It's just... don't harm her, sir. Word of your kind's reached these parts.
My kind, meaning?
Well, the witch-burning kind.
Witch hunters have been here already?
Nay, but we've heard tell of them. So, when I spied you coming, swords and all, straight away, I thought tales must be true.
I'm a witcher, not a witch hunter.
Hmm? What? Not one and the same?
No.
They would be if the terminology in this setting made any sense. Thinking about it, I actually really like that I have multiple main quests, and although, I mean, presumably finding Ciri is like the actual important main quest, but I have lots of leads, which are all also labelled as main quests, none of which is really prioritised. And that's great, like that actually makes the world feel kind of open. One of the risks of like a main quest line, like a standard BioWare game, like you show up in the zone, and it's very clear what the main quest is. It's like, here's the building where the main quest takes place. If you like, you can footle around doing side quests. And obviously this game has lots of fooling around side quests, but it also has multiple main quest things to do, and that makes the world feel really big and interesting. That's great. I hadn't really processed that, but yeah, it's actually really nice.
No need to worry. I'm not out to hurt your witch.
Ooh, a weight off me heart, sir. She only arrived a short while ago, but she's frightfully wise. Even pleasant on the eyes, if you like them skinny.
Thanks for your help. Farewell.
I'm getting bad vibes from this. Getting bad vibes from... mind you, well, this has moved on from The Witcher 1, right? In The Witcher 1, this would be like, I'm going to find someone and I'm going to sex them. But that possibly might not happen. I don't really have a sense yet.
A large stone near the pond.
No, because I've met multiple female characters so far, and I don't think I've sexed any of them, have I? So that's progress on The Witcher 1. A large stone near the pond.
from? As long as the bowl's full. Not my fault we ended 6 feet under the brook.
Wait, I can't remember what the...
I got here.
Oh, there's a big rock in the distance. I imagine it's that.
There's the boulder. Now right, and onto the cart.
I guess the thing was leading me directly to it.
What now, you piece of...
The cart. Witch's hut is somewhere nearby.
I think all of this mutagen is going to level me up somehow. Yagna.
Miss, cows are wheezing, won't rise from the barn floor. Pus streams from her snout.
Do I look like a dairymaid to you?
No, miss, but you know things. 'Tis our last cow. None other left in the village.
Rest died of hunger, or soldiers let him off. Oh, we're as good as dead without her.
I shall give you herbs. Mix them with water drawn from the spring at midnight, then make the cow drink them. But first, you must clean out your barn thoroughly. Is that clear?
Thank you, miss. 1,000 thanks.
Enough. I've had my fill for the day. Go home.
It's a bit... It's a little bit classist.
We'd best come back on the morrow.
It's a little bit like there are clever people and then everyone else is unbelievably stupid. And then the smart people are condescending to them.
Riches in a proper fury needs a man.
Not entirely sure about I like that. She definitely seems like Geralt's type though.
Anyone home? Now, where's she run off to?
She's teleported away using this magic circle.
A pentagram in chalk.
Or she's gone in her secret dungeon. Ah, let's read her mail. Darling, I'm writing because you must be worried that I'm still angry. Silly man, you know full well I never hold a grudge long. I forgive you. It's all because of that secretiveness of yours. Is it so strange for me to take an interest in your plague research? I adore watching you at work in your tower. Please, if you still refuse to discuss the results of your experiments with me, at least don't deny me that small pleasure. If Visrad doesn't need you tomorrow evening, come see me. We'll clear everything up over a glass of wine, or two, or more. You're K.
Don't often see baubles like this in Velen. Powerful aura. Must be some artifact or... So this is where she disappeared to.
Huh? Oh, okay. I was being facetious. I assumed she'd gone down the trapdoor. Still not clear why I'm allowed to turn out all the candles everywhere. Recipe for black eyeliner, sure. I love knowledge. I feel like learning how to make black eyeliner should be worth an experience point or two. Manuscript page albedo. I don't know what that means. I'm glad she's so generous with the contents of her cellar though. Oh, hang on. Is that... Oh, that's telling me I could light the candle. Okay. Bizarre mechanic. Oh, where am I now? Oh, I'm in a witchy place.
Nice.
Is it on the world map? Yeah. That's the house. Wait, so it's a portal. That that cannot be a practical way to travel that distance. That's like a 1 minute's walk from the house. There has to be a more practical way than a freestanding magic portal. Oh, we in a cave underground. Even so.
I was wondering how long it would take you, Geralt. I'm upstairs. Don't be shy.
Not entirely convinced. Do you think she has special herbs? Seems like she should. Hand fiber. Don't know about that. Oh yeah, this is a main quest, isn't it? So it might have lots of dialogue and stuff.
Missed a spot.
Where? Hope you didn't come to Gaul.
No. To talk.
Turn around and wait.
Kira Metz, deep in the heart of Velen. Thought you hated the countryside.
I can assure you I do. Now more than ever.
Heard a witch lived out here. Never would have guessed it was King Foltest's former advisor.
I'm so pleased the world's still able to astound you, Geralt. I actually envy you that sense of wonder. Common in children, knights errant, and morons.
Someone's grown irritable. Is that any way to greet an old friend?
I believe I greeted you with a pleasant view. Now tell me what brings you here.
I'm assuming she's a character from The Witcher 2.
So, bet you saw this question coming. What are you doing here?
Let me think. Enjoying the country air? Admiring the unspoilt scenery? Or is it furthering the age-old alliance between the city and its breadbasket? No. I'm in hiding, Geralt. Blind to the state of the world? Don't you see what's happening?
Mean the persecution mages now face?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Radovid's new pastime. Pursuing anyone with a whiff of magic about them. Witch hunters. Sound familiar? Murderers scouring the north from end to end. Burning books, hanging soothsayers, torturing herbalists.
Picked a strange place to hide.
I didn't pick anything. In the north, Radovid's men hunt sorceresses like fish in a barrel. Nilfgaard controls the south. Where was I to flee?
Emperor does keep mages on a short leash, but he lets them live and ply their trade.
Radovid and Emma differ in every respect except one. They share a deep hatred of the Lodge of Sorceresses. And I was a member.
So how's it feel to be the village witch?
Horrid.
No joy in having the boundless respect and trust of the local peasantry?
They'd respect anyone who could produce hemorrhoid cream.
Been here a while, haven't you?
Long enough for rot to set in. You cannot possibly imagine how much I detest this place.
No, that's good. It was classist because she actually is classist. That's fair. That's legit writing. It's a character point for her. Although I think everyone I've met so far has been like that. The previous witch was actually the local witch, and she was also condescending to the people that lived nearby. But with this character, at least, it makes sense.
Changing the subject. Any news of your sisters from the lodge?
None. We can't know too much about one another these days. It's safer that way.
Even tried to contact one another?
I've wanted to many times. But I've no way of knowing who would answer, or who might be listening.
Yeah, what is it, Percy? Sorry, I'll carry on going through the dialogue, but feel free to ask questions.
I'm looking for a certain young woman.
Oh, really? Who?
I'm looking for Ciri. That Ciri. And no one can know, understand?
Cirilla is here. The girl once sought by the Lodge of Sorceresses, and practically every ruler on the continent has landed here in Velen, and I know nothing of it. What is she doing here?
Indications are she's hiding from someone. I heard she quarreled with a witch, but if you don't know anything, sure you haven't seen her?
I'm certain I haven't. But recently someone asked me about an ashen-haired woman. He claimed she would stand out from the peasant crowd.
I'll talk about that question in a second when I'm riding around doing question marks.
Who was it?
Not so fast, Geralt. No humble plea, no offering for the witch.
What's your rate these days? A couple dozen eggs? 3 hens, maybe?
My rate rises with every word you speak. I'm not sure you can afford the information anymore.
You're pricklier than I remembered. Isn't living in nature's lap supposed to be cleansing, calming?
Nature stinks. Oh, sod it, don't give me that look. I know it's Ciri we're talking about. It was an elf, this individual who asked about Cirilla. No flea-bitten Scoia'tael slob either, but an elven mage.
What was an elven mage doing in Velen?
Well, I tried to ask him, of course, about everything.
Of course.
Oh, but you know how elves are. He asked many more questions than he answered.
I really like that the interface makes it absolutely clear what's going to move on and what's not. And because they've done it through colour coding rather than, like, because some games will do that through the way the dialogue is worded. Like, I have some questions and then moving on, let's continue with the point. Although they have done a little bit of that, was really clunky. But the fact that it's highlighted in yellow if it's important, and the game didn't really need to tell me that, I may have been taught that in the tutorial, I don't know, but it was kind of intuitively obvious from the way it was structured. It's really nice because it means I know whether I'm asking for extra information or whether I'm going to not be able to get that information again.
He say what his name was?
He didn't. And he wore a mask. Very secretive all around, but I liked him. He was intelligent and composed.
He say what he wanted with Ciri?
Only that they were to meet in Velen. He wished to know if she'd arrived before he did.
He leave any message for her?
No, but he asked that were I to meet her, I should lead her to him.
So you know where to find him?
Yes, he said he found a hideout in some elven ruins near the village of Midcopse. I'll go there with you.
Why? Think I'll have trouble finding this place?
I've unfinished business with this elf. He promised me something, but he never delivered it. Besides, I know you think as I do, that she might be there. And I'd like to see Cirilla too.
Sure.
Let's go then.
Yes, let's.
I'm not. This character's. The writing's not great. The voice acting is not doing me any favours. Not doing her any favours.
Been here before?
No. I was hoping the elf would return as he'd promised, or else his waif would appear. At any rate, I've no idea what to expect from this place.
Well, let's find out.
Come on!
Gavella Glan.
She's called Kira Metz, which is not a million miles away from Karamir.
The Wild Hunt.
What? Phantom Riders? That means... I thought they didn't exist.
Feast your eyes on the non-existent then. Got a navigator with them.
What?
Can you teleport us to the other side?
I'd rather teleport us home. Do you really mean to follow them?
Teleport. Hurry up.
Not sure I like any of this.
There's quite a lot to explore, but I guess I should get on with whatever's... I don't have a good feel for whether or not I should have.
Damn portals. Wonder where Kira is now.
That was a cool noise those drowners made. Oh, I probably should have rested. It's telling me that there's some live things here. They don't look very alive. Use my Witcher sense. Witcher sense isn't telling me very much. Oh. Wait, I have a thing for this, don't I? How do I do that? Yeah! I'm guessing that's the way onwards then, so what's the other way? I remember that they exist, but I've completely forgotten all of the combat controls, so I haven't been casting spells and stuff. But I wasn't doing that in combat very much anyway. Wait, hang on. Oh. What? That must be the way. Okay, so there's the objective. So this must be the secret way. Oh. Oh, cute. Oh, yay! Well, this is an enemy type in Diablo 1, so... Oh, that's really nicely implemented. I like that. I also like that I appear to have let them out, and they came out, rather than waiting in the room for me. That's great. That's really tickled me. And you can kind of tell that they're about to attack because the fog gets thicker just as they... Wasn't there a second one? Or did I imagine it? That's great. I really like that. It's nice attention to detail. This is my kind of thing, like not like you know, like the super grand underground giant catacomb thing, but like a really cramped like underground tomb where everything's kind of ruined and overgrown. Is stuff dangerous? It is, isn't it? Oh, do they create like illusionary copies? So what I saw was like an illusionary copy. Someone said hold right click for Witcher senses, but I'm not sure what that was in reference to. Was that like something I missed earlier, or just something that would help me find my way? That was the other exit, right? So they both came here. I wonder how I change the spell that I have selected. Presumably I can like burn the fog away or something. It's not like I really need to.
Kira.
Wait. Is that where I came in? No, that's where I came in. That's where I was trying to get. So I guess instead of going this way? Good news, I found some mushrooms. To be clear, I don't care about finding Kira at all. I care about whatever loot might be buried in this cave, because this is a main quest cave, right? So it's got to have some sweet treasure in it. Oh, hello. The unmistakable sound of someone who isn't actually on a timer. Any more treasure over here? Oh, I see. We can. There was something coming from that direction. Can I hear? Like, it would be good if I did that. It would be good if I could like faintly hear her cries for help or something. Does he have super hearing? I'm assuming he does. I assume he just has super everything. The break time is really starting to bug me. Like, it takes so long to slow down, and I have to turn around and run back again. Is there something this way? She could be in here. In fact, I'm going to say she almost certainly is in here. Also, why do I have to be physically facing objects to pick them up? Why can't I just point the camera towards them? Is that another one of those things? You know? Oh yeah, right, cool, yeah, like a fog duplicate. Yeah, those are really cool. I like those a lot. See me using a spell there. This looks like it probably goes to the same place. That was a thing that happened in Deus Ex Human Revolution. No, not Human Revolution. Mankind Divided. No, it was Human Revolution, and it was terrible. It's one of the worst pieces of design I've ever seen, where everyone's like, "Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up," and I'm like, literally every game I've ever played has told me to hurry up, and you've put a massive level full of like hackable computer systems and stuff to explore, a massive level to explore. I'm obviously not going to just hurry up and do what I'm told. I'm going to explore the massive level you've created. And then you get there and all the terrorists are already dead. It's like... It's funny.
Stay calm. They're only rats.
I hate rats!
Plug up the... yeah. Don't have the right bomb. What? Okay, now I'm going to have to figure out how to cast spells, aren't I? Key bindings. No, it's not. I know how to cast spells. I need to be able to change. Mouse scroll wheels change sign. Okay. Ard, Axii, Earden, Igni. Igni sounds like fire. I can't remember what any of these other ones are. That work? Yeah! Absolutely nailed it.
You that afraid of rats? Could have annihilated them with one spell. Fine, won't say anything. So what happened to you?
There's something here. Something that distorts teleportation. I've no idea how they managed to get to the other side problem-free.
Wild Hunt's teleportation magic is different. Got specially trained mages for that. Navigators, they call them.
They can have 3 helmsmen and a parrot for all I care. I'll not risk that again.
Let's go. Wild Hunt got a good head start on us, but we still stand a chance.
Have you gone completely mad? We must leave here at once.
I gotta know what the Wild Hunt's doing here.
But we came to find the Elven Mage, not fight the Hunt.
If they reach him first, we won't get a chance to talk to him. Besides...
Go on. Finish. Wait. You've got some special interest in the Hunt. Is this about Ciri? There's something you've not told me, isn't there?
Come with me and maybe I will.
Are you always like this? I'm beginning to feel sorry for Triss and Yen. Oh, very well. Let's go. Gavella Glan.
I'm gonna assume it's not the voice actor but the voice direction, but she's all over the place. Like, I've got no idea what emotion she's feeling or like.
Well.
She doesn't feel to me like someone who is responding naturally to the situation that they're in.
Larena Lunet.
Oh, hello.
Larena Lunet.
That's him. That's the elf.
Arvek Twa Ledit.
What was that? An illusion?
No. A morphotic projection.
A what projection?
Something akin to a postbox for mages. Much safer than an ordinary letter, which anyone can intercept en route to its recipient.
Why did we get it then?
Message was definitely for Ciri, daughter of the Gull, Lara Doran's heir.
Indeed. It is what the elves would title Ciri. But what was the bit about the sign of her sword? A riddle?
Yeah, not a hard one though. Not if you know Ciri named her sword Tirel, Swallow.
Come now. Who aside from you would know that?
Might have been the point. Your elven mage secured the passage, hid it, so that only Ciri could find it.
He failed to foresee that someone like you would show up.
Nevertheless, I think he was expecting uninvited guests. Made some preparations. Let's hope the Wild Hunt ran into some obstacles.
Well then, let's go. Do you think following the swallows will suffice?
We'll see.
Wait, what? What swallows? I assumed it was a reference to the potion that was called Swallow. What? What swallows?
The sooner we can, the better. An old elven port.
Must have been how they got here by sea.
I wonder how long ago that was.
Careful. That oil and yellow vapor, it's toxic.
I hardly need instruction from you. I recognized the Vulpine Morel immediately.
Vesemir told me that soon after he'd learned to cast Igni, he tried it out on a patch of these mushrooms.
Terrible idea. What happened?
Well, he survived. And wounds heal awfully quick on young witchers. Come on.
That was good. Like that was very elegantly done exposition. Does it work? Whoosh. I'm assuming she's fireproof. Is this a port? This doesn't strike me as a port, really, in any meaningful sense. I don't know why he thought it was a port. Oh, hello. Whoa! That looked like kind of a serious enemy. A wraith. don't remember what Axii does. Oh, it slows them down and stuns them. Okay, sure. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh. Oh, and I was doing so well. Oh, I wonder when the most recent save is. Oh, God. Possibly I should have quick saved at some point when I was low on health and had no healing potions. Yeah, I know swallows are a type of bird, but I didn't. It just said followed the swallow. Like that's not a clue. I don't, what swallow? But I mean, I more meant like also don't have a puzzle in which the clue for the puzzle is a name of one of my most important pieces of equipment, but isn't referring to my most important piece of equipment, right?
They got here by sea.
At least not without pointing it out. Oh, there's some. What? There's no treasure there? Damn. Did I heal to full there? No, I didn't. Okay, so I definitely should have rested before I came in here.
Boiling yellow vapor. It's toxic.
I can't take instruction from you. I recognize the immediately.
Designate to cast Igni.
Terrible idea. What happened?
And wounds heal awfully quick on young witchers. Come on.
I think wasn't Wraith Mutagen something I could like use once or something? I can't remember. So I've got some shit in here. Didn't I make some sort of special like decoction? That's the special potion, isn't it? Close toxicity, master eye. This is something I should make, right? Because that would allow me to. What's this? Water essence. This is like an infinitely reusable potion, right? So I should just make it. Can I do that? Yes. And a foglet decoction. Ah, yes. This is like a flask, basically. Increases sign intensity during cloudy weather. Sure. Okay, these are wraiths, but they're not night wraiths or noon wraiths. I'm sure I killed a noon wraith. Did I not get a noon wraith mutagen from it? I don't remember. Yeah, because I remember finding the concept of noon wraiths really cool. Like a sun ghost, I thought was a really, really neat idea. But I'm sure I got a decoction from it. Maybe I'm just imagining it. Green mutagen. I do not remember. Oh, Percy's saying maybe the translation in Polish, maybe they're called different things. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming I always assumed that the potion was called Swallow after swallowing. Although one of the ingredients is white gull, isn't it? So like, there seems like there's a whole association there. So I have Wraith Mutagen, but there's no Wraith Decoction, or no regular, no typeless Wraith Decoction, so I don't seem to be able to use that for anything. Oh, is she fine? I need to do the smaller dodge. Probably be better against these things. It's Axii that slows them, but it still killed me. Oh, there's some loot there. Why can't I cast? This looks like it's probably the...
Swallow. Seems we're headed the right way.
Wait, we are? Wait. Where's a swallow? I was assuming that was the right way, because that seemed to be a giant cave full of ghosts, but is this the right way? There's got to be some treasure. I have no idea what she's talking about. Why would there be a swallow underground? Swallows like bats in this setting? This is so confusing. Ah, yes, trousers. There's got to be some secret loot at the end of this, surely. Yes! Oh, there's loads of loot. That's what I'm after. It's a symbol on the wall. Oh, okay. I didn't see a symbol on the wall. Oh, there's a symbol on the wall. That's not a swallow. That's Cthulhu. Hey, Cthulhu. Or it's House Greyjoy, isn't it? I think that's House Greyjoy. I don't know Game of Thrones very well.
How was the water?
Refreshing. Don't know what you're missing.
Wait, is that the... Okay, she sat down, which indicates to me that this is a dead-end cave with some treasure in it, rather than the way onwards. There's a random book somewhere in game that mentions Cthulhu. Of course there fucking is. You know, I've written Cthulhu stuff, right? Like, I've literally written stuff that is set in the Lovecraft mythos setting. But it annoys me how people put... Like, I've got no objection to, like, Lovecraftian influences stylistically or aesthetically. But when people just put Cthulhu in things, it really annoys me. Or they put it in and it totally doesn't fit the rest of the setting, like in Fallout. Like, Fallout is absolutely not a setting that should have like a random altar that works and has magic. That's just so unfitting for the setting.
Great.
Lots of... I don't know what any of that stuff was, but it's fine. Hey, Ray. How did I miss him? Here's a wraith, I guess. Oh, there's another one. What the hell? Are you proud of me for casting spells? And it actually helped as well, although I still took a shitload of damage. It's the full relief Tang, yeah. I don't know. I say for Tang. It's obviously not for Tang because the G and the N are the other way around. You want to heal me, friend? She doesn't want to heal me, does she? Did I find all the treasure yet? I can't remember. Yeah, I think I did. Igni. Right, I'm getting the hang of this now. Do I ever get new spells, or are these like the spells that I have? I kind of like the idea that I have like a fairly specific toolset that's just what I have to get used to. It's the kind of name that was never supposed to be pronounced. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, yeah, yeah. That's totally a thing. Okay, so is there something on the wall that I'm supposed to... Ah, yeah, yeah, okay. Is that a swallow? Oh yeah, okay, yeah, alright. Well, okay, alright, hang on. This is supposed to be some big puzzle, right? He leaves her a clue. He's like, only someone who knows the name of her sword will be able to follow the secret maze. Except there's 3 exits from this room, 2 of which are all of which are dangerous. I feel like without the clue I probably could have solved this puzzle. Assuming I wanted to live. I'm not going to need this many mushrooms, am I? Can't help it, I just instinctively grab them all. Oh, hello.
Look, it's rather similar to that other pillar with the projection.
You can upgrade the signs to work differently, like channels and bits. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I can take the tools I've got and upgrade them. That's good. That sounds nice. Hey, buddy.
Cyril, ni fordo sol esser in Silla Kelpie.
Kelpie? Does he mean that sea monster?
No, that's what Ciri named her mare. Horse could apparently gallop like a demon.
Good name for a horse. So, shall we look for it?
Gavella Glan.
It's not a healing spell. It's not a healing spell, is it? There doesn't seem to be anywhere to go. Ah, a picture of a dog.
Can't see any connection to Kelpie.
Under no circumstances walk up and look at a dog. Because it's deadly. Oh, that's really funny.
Gavella Glan.
Okay, sure. Alright, fine. This looks like something I can bust through. Which ones? I can't remember which one's. Ard is the punch one, right? Yeah. I was mistaken. Okay, so it looks. So I can't see anything at the moment, and then she found a dog and was like, "Hey, look, I found a dog," but it could barely make it out.
What all this means? They look hastily scribbled on with lime.
So are there other things on the wall? Kelpie. Oh, the Cthulhu head. Maybe. Can I jump down there? I kind of want to. Oh, this looks like the way to some absolutely sweet treasure. Or it'll be another exploding dog.
Kelpie.
Not the Cthulhu head then.
Another horse. Almost exactly like the last one.
Wait,
Let's
what?
see what this does.
Geralt, I don't know what you did, but it worked. Come back here.
Which last one? Hang on, this happened last time I jumped in a well. I solved the puzzle out of order because it didn't expect me to just jump in the most interesting thing in the middle of the zone. There was something with a ghost where you were supposed to put the clues together, and then the final clue was like, you should jump in the well.
Look, they're opening.
I'm assuming I missed a clue there.
Let's go.
Man, this is so elaborate. Stop picking up mushrooms.
Well, now I know what distorted my effort at teleportation. This very portal.
And I know why I landed in that drowner nest.
You should be pleased you emerged from the portal in one piece.
And everyone still wonders why I hate to be teleported.
We must try to activate it.
I mean, there was a swallow rune right outside. Should I just go press that? Maybe it's time for the dog. Maybe there'll be a clue that's like the name of her dog. There's the swallow. Does that work? Totally worked. Yeah, let's press the Cthulhu rune, that'll help. Didn't help. Yeah, dog rune. Didn't explode this time, why not? Doesn't seem to be anything out here. I mean, I could walk miles back, but doesn't seem to have to do that. Oh, there's one on that, right? Okay, sure.
I think that's a swallow.
Sure it's safe. Of course. The Elven Mage prepared this passage for Ciri. Come on now.
Oh, this is making me laugh.
Gavella Glan. It's grown awfully quiet.
Oh, I wish I had some charges.
A bit like the calm before a storm.
Wait, what was with that? What was with that delivery? It's grown awfully quiet. What was that? That was absolutely bizarre delivery. I don't remember what my other potions do, but I think I'm going to need them. Oh, hello.
I've a bad feeling about this.
Tyrael not recognized. Intruders. Destroy the intruders.
Damn it.
Oh, I've got 2 spells again.
And that would be that. I knew we'd manage.
That's so? Make sure and tell me beforehand next time.
My intuition's a fine instrument, Witcher. Don't underestimate it. I've some very good feelings about you, for instance. In several domains.
What is she talking about?
Once you finally find
Oh,
Ciri,
hello.
what will you do? Any plans?
Depends what she wants.
Imagined it? How it will transpire? What will she say? What will she look like?
No.
I'm sorry for getting ahead of myself. At times I forget. We hardly know each other. Certainly not enough to discuss personal matters.
Not to worry. We'll get there.
Can't I like that? Oh, okay. Definitely should not be this difficult to light this. Good lord. What a fiend decoction. What's that? Is that his torn out page mean it's like a part of it? That's fair enough.
Well.
That is a terrible bit of UX.
Uh-oh.
Got that feeling again?
Oh. Oh dear. Oh, gargoyle. I wonder what Tawny Owl does. Oh, does Tawny Owl let me see in the dark or something? That'd be useful. Ah! Oh, look at him!
Kvella Glan.
In dungeon layout terms, this is all pretty good. Like, I spent a lot of time faffing around to figure out what the other, what the wrong way is, so that I can find the treasure, and then it rewards me with a massive load of treasure, and that's great. Like that. Cat is the dark vision one. You can cast the spell on it normally. Oh right, yeah. I could have just flamed it. Yeah, of course. Oh god, I'm really low on health. Let's hope this dungeon doesn't ever find a well. Can I just rest? Is there like a button to rest, or do I need to find like a bed or a... Because if I can just sit and rest, that would actually help quite a lot. Let's have a look. This is quite a long dungeon. And I started it without any health potions. Cat is the dark... Did I make cat? Oh no, I didn't make cat, did I? Because I didn't have the pieces for it. I think, is that right? Oh, I can make moon dust now. What's that? A different kind of bomb. Contains silver spirits. Oh, neat. Cat, oh, killer whale. Might have drown of tongues or buckthorn. I need water essence, oh yeah. That would have been a useful thing to have, wouldn't it?
Teleport over there.
We must activate it quickly. I have a feeling another golem's about to surprise us.
I thought you said that you couldn't teleport because there was a disruption.
Another swallow.
Look, it worked. Come on. Look, we've managed to cross the bridge. This is where we saw the wild hunt.
Great. Means they're way ahead of us. Come on.
Kvella Glan.
Wild hunt. Definitely.
They destroyed the Mage's sentries. They didn't come here for a friendly chat with the elf.
Meaning you ever thought they might have?
I don't feel equipped for a boss fight. I don't really feel like a master alchemist because I can't like do anything about. Or maybe there's some thing I don't know about, but I don't feel like I can actually
before they can attack.
Do anything about the fact that I've got no health. Feels like something like the whole ethos of the game is about preparing, right? I guess they're plot baddies, right? They'll probably run away.
Shut up!
Music's telling me there's going to be a fight.
Ren!
I wonder what language they're speaking.
What is this?
The White Frost. Mage from the hunt summoned it. Can you seal those cracks it's blowing through?
They're too far. We must get closer. I shall shield us with Demetia Crest Surge. Stand at my side. Darian and I. Ready. Stay close.
Sure, okay.
Hey, Nicola! We must close them!
Want me to go?
I'll do it, just cover me!
I very much like that the Wild Hunt appeared to be like motivated individuals who are trying to accomplish something, rather than rando monsters that are just riding around murdering people for no reason. That was not what I was expecting from the initial cutscene. We're really not gonna. I have so little health, woman. Cannot save your game right now. Alright. Okay, she's tanking for me now. That's how it works. Oh, where's the slow down one? Which one's that? Axii.
Just one more.
Oh, I've got water. Oh, I see, it was just bread. I've got other kinds of food. Wait, that water seems to be healing me a lot more than the bread did. I'm probably really dehydrated from all the alcohol-based potions that I keep drinking. It's loud, this. Do I need to change the sound balance? It's quite loud. No, no, no. Oh, hey, Lux. I'm sure that was healing faster as well, like... I don't have any bread left to compare it now. Okay, if I'd realised I had a massive amount of water, I wouldn't have been freaking out about my health so much. I just assumed all food went in like a big food lump.
It worked. Darian and I.
Kira. What's wrong?
It'll pass. That took a great deal of power.
Just don't faint on me.
Now, in your firm embrace, what a new life.
Love to be able to say we could stay here a while and rest.
I know. We must go on.
They blocked the passage. Maybe I can try.
Leave it to me.
There's Leek back here. Where are you going, woman? I have to say I'm not entirely convinced by the sort of slowly developing... Romance is the wrong way to put it, right? But she's doing some important stuff over there. I think it's... I mean, maybe I'm misinterpreting it, but I think it's trying to sell me that they kind of have a difficult relationship, but now they're slowly bonding. I think that's what it's saying. I'm not really convinced by it. Because he's just been mean to her the entire time. Just keeps sassing her for absolutely no reason. And she's been kind of curt, but not intentionally offensive.
Thanks for your help. Pretty tough slog.
Good thing I came with you. You'd never have managed without me, would you? Come now, admit it.
Yeah, never.
He awaits us.
Oh, I like this open hall. That's really nice. Like just that, it gradually opening out as you enter the room. That's really nice. Hello. I've got a large supply of water now, mate. You don't stand a chance. Oh, hello. He's a fancy lad.
You're stubborn to...
Geralt, I shall help you.
Step back.
Stop telling me what to do.
Geralt, look! He's opening a passage.
Stay calm. Focus. Not good.
Geralt! Another rift.
Oh, my sword is broken. Oh.
Are you well and whole? I feared.
Unnecessarily. Let's look around.
If I've my knickers on straight, this looks like the elves' laboratory. Look.
If I've got my knickers on straight. What does that mean? Does that mean throw a bomb at it? Let's see if I can figure out how to do that without killing myself. Consumables. Use quick access by item. I don't have anything assigned to quick access item. Aesir said, there are elements of Geralt that feel like an edgy teenage fantasy. Yeah, elements. Bombs. Ah, do I have any bombs? Bombs. Yes, I have one Samum bomb. Why do I only have one Samum bomb? What's that? No, how do I use it though? That's spells. Let's look in key bindings again. Lock on, modify attack type. Cast sign. It's not my quick access item. Quick access menu tab. Aha. Yes, there we go. That did not help. How do I load? Given that I only have one of those and I might need it.
While searching for the witch Ciri had quarreled with, Geralt ran into an old friend, Kira Metz. Sorceress told the Witcher about a masked mage. Ciri had
Skip.
Okay.
I mean, it's fine. Oh god, hang on, where did it save? Alright, no, it was here. Sorry, I didn't recognise the location. Right, so what's this information telling me? Is that a different spell that I know? That icon doesn't resemble any of the spells that I know. It looks like sunlight. Like, if I had to guess what that meant, I'd guess it meant sun. Definitely wasn't bomb. Hello, Percy. I've so far deduced that whatever this thing is, I'm not supposed to throw bombs at it. I guess I could just cast every spell I have on it, but that doesn't... It would match if it wanted me to do that, right? It's an item you get later that reveals illusions, right? Sure. Okay. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of that sort of Zelda gameplay where you come across something and you have no idea whether or not you can interact with it yet. And also that I have to come all the way back here later to use it. Can I smash barrels in this game? Olives. Those come in handy when I run out of water. Wow, there's another.
Alright, let's watch this message.
Shirel, this place is no longer safe. Do not tarry here long. Trust no one. And above all, beware the witches of Crookback Bog. Try to reach the place where last we were together.
Where last we were together, not much to go on. Damn it.
I've got loads of leads,
Best
dude.
he didn't leave a clearer message. The Wild Hunt broke in here. Surely they saw the projection.
They searched everything, and if they had more time, they'd probably have torn the place to the ground. But that doesn't change the fact that we haven't learned anything. Not about the elf, not about Ciri.
Well, we know they were well acquainted and traveling together.
Wonder why they split up.
Perhaps because the Wild Hunt was on the elf's trail, and Ciri would be safer if they did.
The Witch of Crookback Swamp.
Crookback Bog.
Kira, if you're hiding something...
But I didn't say...
You know these witches?
I've never met them, but I've read of them. In an old manuscript I found in one of the huts in the village. It mentions the village witches venturing into Crookback Bog at times to liaise between the villagers and the crones, the ladies of the wood. The crones appear to be intolerant of outsiders, but they help the local folk. Apparently, they stopped the spread of the plague in Velen.
What's your take on this?
I'd love to shrug it off as the nattering of so many old women, yet throughout my first fortnight in Velen, I had horrible nightmares. Something was calling me out into the swamps. One night, I decided to enter the dream consciously, render it lucid. I confronted the thing directly. It broke contact at once. Peaceful nights ever since.
Why didn't you say anything earlier? I told you Ciri had a run-in with a witch.
Well, I had no idea you meant then. If I'd told you something, you would have rushed off to find them. But we needed first to confirm that Ciri was here, didn't we? I shall tell you everything now, of course.
Now? After I safely led you through the cave?
I can't believe you'd think so poorly of me. Perhaps you do bear a grudge against sorceresses.
Mm-hmm. Can't imagine where that comes from. How do I find them?
The swamps are vast, dangerous, but they say the crones mark the way for peasants who wish to visit them. The manuscript mentions a chapel in Crookback Bog, and from that chapel one must follow a trail of treats.
Treats?
Of course. They didn't read you bedtime stories at Kaer Morhen. All normal folk know that witches live in gingerbread houses poised atop chicken legs.
I'll have to see that to believe it.
Take the tome and read it. I truly do believe you'll find your Cirilla.
Where was she keeping that?
All right then.
That's the same place
To
I keep mine, I
start,
suppose.
Let's look for a way out of here.
Good idea.
Or maybe she just got it off that bookshelf.
Why do we even come?
What's this?
The potion I gave him. Seems he saw a use for it. Drank it.
Gave
What's
who?
this?
The potion I gave him. Seems he saw a use for it. Drank it.
What? Way too much lore. Ladies of the Wood. Find a child, young and innocent, take it to Crookback Bonk. Set out the lady's shrine, 'tis where the trail of treats begins. Set the child off on the trail and it shall follow the sweet track and find the good ladies. The child will never want for anything again, for the ladies are kind and generous. Oh, is that what they were doing? There was a scene earlier where Ciri found a little girl in the wood that her parents had just left there. Is that what they were doing with her? If so, that's great. If not... What a hilarious coincidence.
Mysterious mage herbalist.
Oh, right, the elven mage. Okay.
Mysterious mage herbalist.
She gave him a potion for some reason.
Mysterious mage herbalist.
I'm just guessing that I can't get duplicate recipes and it's just giving me random shit I don't already have, but I don't know if that's actually true.
Must have burned these notes himself. The hunt wouldn't have bothered.
Meaning he knew they were looking for him.
I kind of like that Geralt knows a lot about the Wild Hunt and I don't. But I'm hoping that it's because that's going to be revealed in due time and not just because I haven't read some lore entry somewhere that will actually tell me everything. Because that would be a shame. Is that everything? I guess. Nothing else to interact with. Hey, wall.
Strange. My medallion's trembling, but there's nothing here. What's with this wall?
It's an illusion. I sensed it as well. I expected we might run into such things, so I brought this.
Oh, give me a illusion breaking.
The Eye of Nehaleni. It dispels illusions.
That's very convenient.
It's easy enough to build, so you're welcome to it. It's bound to come in handy. And each time it does, you will think of me.
Thanks.
That's okay? Yeah, that's okay. Like she's like, she had no reason to give it to him earlier, but she had a good.
Isn't it?
Let's see where the passage leads.
She had good reason to give it to him then. That's neat, yeah. The best version I've seen of that is Batman Arkham Asylum, where he's just like, you get like 2/3 of the way through the game, and he's like, you know what would be really helpful would be my grapple gun. So he goes and gets his grapple gun.
Now in his eye. Ought to use it.
Aha. Oh, the minimap changed. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's good. That's really good attention to detail. I'm impressed by that. You don't... RPG devs don't normally bother to do that, but I swear that minimap updated when the illusion got revealed. Oh god, where am I going? I feel like
Interesting.
What's interesting? It's treasure chest. Oh, what?
Damn it.
Oh, hello. Those are definitely my favourite monster types so far. Oh, what? Some sort of magic sword. Sweet. Oh, that means I won't have to fix my sword. Is that a silver sword? How does it compare with my current one? Doesn't quite do as much damage. It's got loads of slots on it. Right, well I may as well use it for now because the other one's broken, right? Relic bolts. Oh, those are consumable. Those don't replenish. It's so far it's been kind of arbitrary and what gets consumed and what doesn't. Like I don't feel like it's been very clear. Like bombs replenish when you rest, but other stuff doesn't. Maybe. I found that kind of confusing. So at the moment I've just got no idea what might come back. What do I have here? Griffin decoction. Does that go in one of these slots? Is that how that works? So if I want to use it I have to not have one of my other potions active. Let me try and remember what these things do. Thunderbolt gives attack power. Tornial. Oh yeah, stamina regeneration, right. Okay, so I probably should have used one of these for the boss fight, right? Never mind. Griffin trophy. Saddle. Oh, I have a saddle. Enhanced saddle. I don't really know what that is. Okay. Well, I can't even remember why I opened that now. Oh, to check the sword. Yeah, that was it. I'm navigating the traditional way via the minimap. There's more treasure here, right? No? Yes! Yes, there is! Ah. Nice one. There's a treasure in that little... I guess I'm really supposed to have a cat rune for this. But I really, really don't. Not rune, what am I talking about? This isn't RuneScape. A cat potion. Okay, good little secret. That was nice. That was. I was preemptively expecting to have to come back here much later, so that was nicely done.
Do you feel that? A flow of fresh air from the left. Must be an exit that way.
Good. Let's get out of here.
Wait, there's still the magic lamp.
The magic what now?
Lamp. The elf promised it to me in exchange for my help. And since his return here seems doubtful, I must retrieve it myself. If I can find it, that is. Will you help?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll help.
Splendid. Come then.
Vela Glan.
What?
We're certain to find something here.
Wait, didn't you say that was the way out? Left? I mean, that goes up, so presumably that's the way out. What? Does she not know her left from her right?
Looks like another damned riddle to me. There it goes. Seems we did something wrong.
Okay.
Here.
Show me.
Can you translate the inscription?
Sorry, buddy.
Maybe a third, but that third doesn't make much sense.
Give me a minute. I was never any good at the high variant of the Elder Speech. Alright. This might seem a bit literal. I'm afraid I can't replicate its sophisticated internal rhymes.
Just translate it to make sense.
4 guardians, 4 flames, standing proud in a line. The first to
With you
light his
first, so far.
fire dared not march on the end. The second, by the first, played a woeful lament. The third kept close to his faithful beast. The fourth marched not beside the first, yet like the second played a tune. And thus they stood o'er their queen, who slept beneath flickering stars.
Right.
Sounds like a riddle, all right.
I hope he's going to write this down.
All right. Let's see if we can solve this.
Have you written it down? Let's have a look. No, he has not written it down. Dude, come on. Wait, hang on. Can I meditate? Well, I could have just rested this entire time. God damn it. Okay, right, hang on. So am I going to have to take notes? So I'm going to have to do here. Can I not get back to the inscription?
What was that inscription
Oh, there
again?
Four guardians, four flames,
That's a piece of
standing
paper.
proud in a line. The first, to light his fire, dared not march on the end.
First,
The
not
second,
march.
beside the first, played a woeful lament. The third kept close to his faithful beast. The fourth marched not beside the first, yet like the second played a tune. And thus they stood o'er their queen, who slept beneath flickering stars.
So presumably the 1, 2, 3, 4 refers to the order of the statues. So that's the beast one. He's number 3. That one does nothing. That one is playing a tune.
Let's try it. Just gotta figure out the order.
4 statues, each like the other.
And that one is also playing a tune and has a beast. Oh, okay. Dared, what was the first part? Dared not approach the end. Dared not approach the end. Didn't see anything on them that... Hang on, let me check the wording.
What was that inscription again?
4 guardians, 4
Dared not
flames,
march on the
standing
end.
proud in a line. First, to light his fire,
Ah.
dared not march on the end.
So they mean not
The
on either
second,
side, I
beside
imagine.
the first, played a woeful
Right.
lament. The third kept close to his faithful beast.
And the
The
fourth...
fourth marched not beside the first,
Right.
yet like the second played a tune.
So
And
that
thus
means
they
it goes
stood o'er their
1...
queen,
Oh no, hang
who
on, didn't I
slept
do that
beneath
already?
flickering stars.
2...
Let's try it. Just gotta figure out the
Dude,
order.
come on.
4 statues, each like the other. Wait,
2...
something just happened.
Oh, was that wrong?
Behind that wall, a movement.
Huh? Oh. So I'm saying I did it right. 3... Hey! Not my first time doing that puzzle. It's fine, it's a solid implementation.
Whose grave is it? What do you think? No inscription, sadly.
It's got a...
Sign of the gull.
Oh, it's a gull, okay.
If I didn't already know where she was buried, I'd guess this is Laura Doran's sepulchre.
Perhaps it's a monument to her.
Can't see the elves commemorating her this way. Heroine of a tragic legend to some, but most see her as a traitor to her race, who got her just deserts for marrying Cregennan of Laud.
Perhaps the elven mage is Lara's kin. It would explain why he's helping Ciri.
Possible. This what you're looking for?
Uh-huh.
So what's it supposed to do?
I hope I'll be able to activate it. Let's leave this place, shall we?
I hope it gives me access to additional loot. That would be good. Final conclusions regarding the lamp. My experiences with the magic lamp unequivocally confirm that by using it, active centers of condensed spiritual energy can be coaxed into contact and can communicate a limited set of the being's last memories. I would criticize the length and awkwardness of that sentence, but that's exactly how I write, so it would seem hypocritical. Lara Dorans remains, however, entirely inert spiritual energy, despite the violent conditions of her death, which should have strengthened the desired tendency. Lara remains silent. At this point, further research on lamps enabling contact with the dead seem entirely useless for my purposes. It's not her body. Okay, that's good. I was dreading like another massive dungeon, but that was nice and short. Single puzzle bit of treasure. That's good. Like kind of what you want after a long quest like that.
Now in his eye. Ought to use it.
I don't feel like I need him verbally reminding me that I should press E, given that it also just tells me to press E.
At last. But it was worth it, right? You learned something about Ciri in the end. Something important. Do you intend to venture into Crookback Bog? You must tell me about it afterwards.
Don't know that I'll get the chance.
Geralt, there are two types of men. Those who see opportunity and take advantage, and those who forge the opportunities themselves. I've always seen you as an example of the latter. Besides, I've a favour to ask you. So, visit me sometime?
I'll stop by. You can be sure.
In that case, I shall be waiting.
See ya, Kira.
She's so casual with portal magic. You literally just get on a boat. But the impression, I mean, I don't know much about this setting. I've seen the TV series. The impression it's creating for me is this is an astonishingly high magic setting where magic is trivial as long as you're a wizard. I don't know if it meant to be telling me that. Acia said, my favourite puzzle was in Witcher 2. We had to compare artwork to a poem to find out which matched which stanza. It was really exciting till I found a book that just spelled it out. Is that like the, because like the one I know, because I played it as a young teenager, is the one from Resident Evil 1, which is like, there's pictures of different... Oh, I guess, yeah, there's like pictures of people at different stages of their life, and you've got to kind of put them in the right order. The best version of that puzzle I've seen was in Silent Hill 3, I think it was. Was it 3? Silent Hill 3. Silent Hill 3, I think it was the only one in the series, had a separate difficulty setting for the puzzles. Like you could choose the difficulty of the combat, and separate from that the difficulty of the puzzles. And they did, it was like easy, medium, hard puzzles, and they were completely different puzzles with the same basic setup. And I can't remember many of them, but there was one where you just had to put the... There were like 4 books of Shakespeare, and you just had to put them on the shelf in the correct order. And let's see if I can remember this. Like on easy, it was just literally you just put them in alphabetical order, and then that's the solution. On the second one, there was some kind of simple clue, and you had to like figure out the order. It was like you know, translate them to numbers and put them in that order or something along those lines. A little bit of thought required, but nothing complicated. And then the third one was something outrageously complex, like you had to understand the plots of those books, and therefore you had to work out, you know, the order was something that required a lot of knowledge and investigation in order to get it right. And that was really well executed. But like also totally optional for people that didn't want that. Alright, okay. I mean, so that was a main quest, right? It was okay. It didn't stand out to me as like, why is that monster nest pre-destroyed? Is that what that's telling me? I think that's what that's telling me. Yeah, greyed out means it's been destroyed. Oh, those are the rat's nests that I destroyed, I guess. How odd. Let's go visit these question marks while I'm here. It was a solid dungeon. I like the layout of the monsters and the treasure. The writing didn't especially impress me, and that final puzzle was like, it's fine. the stuff about the finding the sigils on the walls and stuff felt very silly to me. It wasn't. It was a bit contrived. What is this that I'm at? Oh, hello. Why are you running a raid? Oh. Oh, that's not the right. Oh, that Wraith is quite a lot higher level than I am. Ah. Ah! Oh, what? He's not dead! Oh, is it telling me that question mark is underground? Yes, it is, isn't it? Oh. Hidden treasure. Oh, right, this is someone's cellar or something. Yeah, cool. Oh, blimey. Okay, maybe not. Oh god, there's loads of them. Okay, fine. Bravely ran away. Percy said, it's so silly because you thought they were going to be actual living birds in the cave. No, I mean just a puzzle element. Like, it was like... the characters were talking about it as if it was some, like, very secure system that, like, you needed intimate knowledge of the character to figure out what they were talking about. But the Wild Hunt could have solved it trivially. Now, of course, the Wild Hunt started at the end of the puzzle, so in that sense they must have already solved it trivially. Or just teleported. Or just climbed up. It seems like there are quite a lot of different ways they could have solved that problem. Right, I'll go do some... Percy, you're still here, right? You cannot fast travel from here. Great. Guess I summon my horse. I'll answer your question now, Percy, because I'm not in the middle of a main quest. You asked... what did you ask? Was it, can we have a new Godless quest in which we meet Karamir from scratch as if we'd never met her before, I think was what you asked. I mean, like, the sentiment of the question, I kind of agree with, in the sense of, like, I think it's something that we could kind of have another go at. Like, I think we probably wouldn't just reintroduce the exact same characters everyone's already met and there doesn't seem to be much affection for. I think we'd probably change something if we were going to do that, you know. But I would be inclined to either retcon it or treat it as character development or something, rather than just pretend that that character hadn't existed in the past, I think. I mean, it may also be like, I mean, part of it, you know, I've said in the past, right, like we walk kind of a careful line between like what we're planning. Like, planning matters, you know, we have strategy and stuff. Like, obviously, you know, we're not just telling the Elder God story on a whim. We're telling the Elder God story because we feel like that's the story that we ought to be telling, because it's the one that we've done the most setup for and created the most anticipation for. But also, you know, the individual motivations of the developers matter, you know, like Shrike's joined recently and is very interested in doing writing and is good at writing, and so, like, we've let her, to an extent, like, you know, we're like, you know, here's the quest you need to be writing, this is the rough bit of the story, but if she wants to include particular characters, or write about particular characters in a particular way. Like if she or someone else said, you know, it would be super motivating for me as a developer to be able to take Karamir and do something with Karamir. Then,
That's it, Roach.
you know, to an extent, it would be kind of up to that developer. So there's no like plan in that regard, you know. I think as some of you have noticed, like it kind of feels like if they were going to show up, for the Elder God Wars dungeon, they probably would have showed up by now. I wouldn't expect them to be like a major plot point. I think in retrospect, it probably would be nice for them to just be there. But you know, they're not a major part of the story that's suddenly waiting to pop out and save the day. What do you say? Better to retcon, to be honest. I was mostly making a joke about the similarity between their names. Nara should add her with boobs. Oh right, you were talking about what was her name? Kamira Mates, or whatever her name was. Oh, sorry, I didn't realise you were referencing that as well when I said it. I think we met at Battle of Lumage, hasn't been in any quest content, just event-based things. To have character development would seem odd. She's apparently so different in game from what she's in the novels. Probably better to retcon her to be closest to the character in the novels. Yeah, maybe. That might be the best way to do it. I'm not sure. I don't... Like, my attitude is that, like, consistency with the novels is not an important priority. But at the same time, like, it's not an important priority to disagree with the novels either. It's not like the novels are wrong and have to be disproven or anything like that. It's just, you know, if we want to differ, we can. But yeah, in that regard, we certainly could do it differently. I should go and repair my stuff, right? That's a good idea. And then I probably shouldn't play for too much longer. Yeah, there's clearly... I joked before about them seeming a little bit like a group of YA characters, right? But I think there's a... Wait, is this new stuff? This is new stuff. Wait, were these not here earlier? The ladies of the wood are unhappy. Mend your ways. Take no advice from the Peller. What? When our Rossa felt weak, he said to put her on a pine plank and stick it in a firebread oven. When we pulled her out, she had burnt to a crisp. What? Take heed not to wander about after dark. Have these awful dreams. By catching them and taking plunge in my orchard will do any job. Right, okay, so there's no new quests, they're just random things people have stuck on for a bit of flavour. Yeah, that's cool. It's
An
fun.
amulet, bazaar, some tortoise shells.
A bezoar.
What else you have on offer?
Corpse teeth and kidney stones. Tried remedies for trying times.
What do you have? Horse blinders. I imagine this will change over time. The current balancing doesn't make me feel like I need to bother trying to understand anything in this game. So, like, I'm assuming that over time that will change and I will need to think about what I'm doing. But right now, like, there's an awful lot of systems to engage with, none of which I need to engage with because they're not... Are these all the same thing? No. Didn't pick up much junk. That's good.
So long.
Like, there's all sorts of crafting systems and all sorts, you know, that, like... Again, in terms of thinking about, like I say, you know, I didn't like Assassin's Creed Origins, but its crafting system was incredibly approachable and engaging because it was just like, if you collect 4 crocodile hides, you can get a larger inventory, and that was just all on the interface in a way that you couldn't miss. And so it was trivial, but it was kind of the problem, I guess, was that you did that, and it was like that was it. Like I maxed out my bag crafting in like about 45 minutes, and as far as I could work out, that wasn't going to expand. Aces said it depends on the difficulty. At lower levels, I don't think you need to care too much about preparing unless you're under-leveled. Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, I would criticize that as a game design issue, right? Like. Sometimes I play games on hard for that exact reason. That, you know, if you don't play the game on hard, you don't have to engage with the mechanics. Generally, I would say, like, the mechanics ought to be designed such that you have to engage with it. Like, so it would feel perfectly appropriate in this game. Well, I mean, I guess it does have the silver sword idea. Like, you have to use the correct sword, which at a very trivial level is kind of forcing you to engage with the mechanics. Although the fact that it auto-draws the correct sword for you kind of makes that incredibly straightforward. But like, you know, it would seem appropriate to me if on normal difficulty, wraiths took massively reduced damage if you're not using the correct kind of wraith oil or whatever. And like part of understanding the game is gradually unlocking the tools necessary to kill. You know, like that's basically how early RuneScape Slayer works, right? We kind of don't bother with that anymore, but like that's kind of the premise of Slayer. And that, you know, RuneScape's hardly like the most complex, challenging game in that regard. But as it is, it feels like, you know, I could do, but I might as well not bother. Percy said, I've joked that Karamir should be revealed to be a fake pretending to be a celebrity for free stuff. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's like normally that we wouldn't even be having this discussion, right? Because it would be a character and we just wouldn't want to change it. But yeah, I think, I mean, I would agree that there just hasn't been much. There's no particular interest in Karamir externally or internally. And I don't think, given the sentiment around, like, obviously the character, you know, the representation of female characters and stuff like that, like, she looks outrageously dated in her current outfit, right? Irrespective of anything to do with her character or whether she's like the novels or whatever. Taken purely as a character in her own right, I think she's not a character, like, you know, Ariane is verging on the edge of ridiculously sexy for no reason, and Karamir's just like dressed like a cosplayer, like a sexy cosplayer for no particular reason. So there's an obvious incentive there to just do something, just take the character in a very different direction. If we wanted to use her, we probably wouldn't want to be like, we need to find a way to justify that she dresses like a sexy cosplayer. Before my laptop died, you were talking about items. I mentioned Witcher gear is like the best in slot, but I don't think I added. The majority of the weapons and items are junk and don't have any use. There's loads of weapons, for example, which are named relics, which seem like they should be powerful. When I got to the end of the game, I checked my bank and found so many terrible relic swords. I mean, I'm assuming relic is just a rarity, is that right? Like, it's just a... Oh, that one's got 100. So I've been not putting on these trousers because they didn't have a vitality bonus, because like 4% resistance just doesn't seem like something I would care about, whereas some amount of vitality seems like it might be worth having. So those trousers seem pretty sweet. Oh, they are a beautiful bright blue. Oh God, he looks like he's wearing jeans. What do we got here? Neither of those has anything relevant on it at all, so I might as well wear the one with the higher armor total. Okay, and I've got some. So if it's green, presumably I need to keep it in my stash. If I get rid of it, I should still keep it in my stash. So that one actually is better, because it has more of everything. Slightly less elemental resistance, but 15% elemental resistance isn't going to make any difference to anything. So I guess I should wear that for now. Oh, look at that. Wow. That is a... that is a compelling reason not to wear that item. And then these other trousers are not as good. So I can vendor all this, I guess. And then I need to repair this sword, because it's actually better than this. It's named, which is nice. Morgrim. That sounds familiar. Morgrim. Please do the cat school quest ASAP. Okay, I ought to stop soon, but...
You ain't safe unless you got a...
I'll stop talking about things that I can't buy from you.
Let me have a look at your stock.
Alright, so I'm going to sell these boots. And I'm going to sell these leggings. And I'm going to sell these leggings. And these leggings, because why not? Oh, and I don't need that. this other stuff, I've got no idea whether I need it or not. Hooray! How am I doing for stuff? 25 or 60, that's not too bad. How do I repair? Is that in crafting?
Need something crafted.
No. I guess not. Repair. Ah, there we go. Right, I need you to repair. Can I just repair all? They're equipped. No, I want to repair that. Yes. Do I want to repair that? Yes, I might as well. Is that the 70% or whatever that's showing us? Let's just repair all of it. Oh, that's quite expensive. Did a quest for a cheese pun sword that was placed prominently. It was useless. Look at the top. Look at the top of what? So I need to equip that again? I'm not going to throw this away. Oh, you've moved past. Oh, right. He's saying. Oh, right. He's saying how to get to the repair screen. Right. Okay. I'll write out to one of these question marks and just do one or two before bed. Then I ought to stop ready. Oh, now I look like a clown. I'm a medieval clown. That's definitely how I want to dress. Oh, you told me I should go do the cat thing, didn't you? Alright, let's go do one question mark and then...
Move it!
And then we'll go look at this cat thing, whatever it is. Is the cat armor going to make me look like a goofy assassin? Oh, it looked like I predicted that arrow was coming in and dodged it.
Mistake.
Killed that guy. Nope. Goofy execution animations. Oh, these guys are all using yellow quality equipment. That's very fancy. No. Is this gear auto leveling to me? It's hard to tell. Or is it? I guess it's probably, presumably it's auto-leveling, like, to the area I'm in, because the areas seem to be leveled. Oh, there's a better sword. Bonus experience from humans. Oh, chance to poison, that's what killed that guy. Like a clown that's put on a pair of jeans for a shop run. Yep, that's exactly what I look like. He's like forgotten to put on the lower half of his clown outfit. The random drops auto level, which is why quest gear becomes useless. Alright, so quest gear is fixed, but drops are... Yeah, I feel like drops should level to the zone that you're in. Because like those wraiths down there tell me that this is a higher level zone that I'm not really ready for yet. I mean, I guess I could actually use some of my buffs and stuff, but why bother when I can just go do easy things? But so this presumably has a rough level. I didn't check the level of the guys I was fighting. But if it levels to my level instead, that's a bit.
Hey there.
Oh, that's a shitload of bandits. Oh, hey, spells. That's a thing, right? Oh man, I drank too many potions. Area liberated. Yeah. I'm something of a hero myself.
Used to be wagons showed on market days, loaded with all kinds of fat,
I talked about this a bit earlier, right? But like, I feel there is a style to this, and it's not like, I don't know, it's not really my kind of thing. It's a bit YA for me, but it's like as a direct comparison. I keep talking about Assassin's Creed Origins because it's a fairly similar game. I swear is that just suddenly really loud wind? Turn this down a little bit. 15. I'm comparing it a lot to Assassin's Creed Origins, which is a game I wasn't very impressed with, and like, as much as I might rag on the writing for this game, it's a lot better than that. Like, most of the NPCs I meet, although there's some dodgy characterization and some dodgy writing in places, they feel like people, they have interesting things to say. You know, a lot of them have made me laugh or something with some random thing they've said, which is great, because it's got, even if that wasn't exactly what the writer had in mind, and in some cases I think it probably was, you know, it's got an emotional reaction out of me, and that's great. Whereas, you know, in Assassin's Creed Origins, I didn't meet a single NPC that interested me at all. So it's not, you know, like, it's not a bland game. But that said, it's fairly generic fantasy, and I don't feel like it's. I don't feel. So I mean, so like, you know, maybe this will change, maybe I'm misunderstanding it, but it doesn't really feel like the content of the game is designed with the character of Geralt in mind, or with telling a particular story about that character in mind. Like, I'm playing a fairly specific person who is kind of an asshole. Like, you know, the places where I don't have any control over his dialogue, he's just an asshole to everybody. And yet it's a fairly generic fantasy RPG where I'm sort of, you know, righting wrongs and stuff. The impression I have of the character is that he kind of like, he kills monsters not to help people, but because it's a job that he's good at, because he has special magic powers that makes him good at it, and he gets paid for it, but despite that everyone hates him all the time. My understanding is that that's the basic premise of the character. Kind of like Spider-Man, I guess. Like, you know, he's or the post Dark Knight version of Batman, right, where he's hated by the people or whatever, even though he's actually a hero. Am I misunderstanding something there? 'Cause it feels to me like I drove the bandits away and gave you back your village. Just doesn't seem like the right kind of story for him. And I know it's just a minor bit of side content, but it's not really selling me. I'm very early in the story for Geralt. Do you mean in this game, or do you mean for the character within the book series sort of thing?
Faster. Slow now. Whoa.
In the game. Okay, so he's going to have some character development. What is this? Is that it? What a strange oh, I'm surrounded by nature suddenly. How terrifying. Have I cleared this? Oh yeah, that's my horse that's showing up in white, okay. Alchemy supplies. Oh, wait, what was this quest then? So hang on, so quests, Evil's first soft touches. Okay, that's the expansion pack. Family matters. Okay, so I finished. So I completed that one, and now I'm doing Ladies of the Wood. Find the Pella. The Pella, they said, who told them to burn something. That's cool. Fires of Novigrad. Right, what was it I'm supposed to be doing? Something to do with treasure hunts. Is it that one? Scavenger hunt, Cat School. Find the diagrams to all the elements of Cat School Witcher gear. I don't have any of the Cat School Witcher gear. Okay, I have the Cat School gear upgrade diagrams part 3, which I bought from somewhere, I think. Does that, so that's implying that there are 7 of them, and I found number 3. Is that correct? Am I understanding that correctly? But it's ticked off. So even though this objective is find the diagrams, it's ticked off 0, presumably because I haven't completed this one yet. My impression of Geralt is the kind of person who cares more than he cares to admit. You're approaching 1/3 of the way through Act 1 if we consider 2 acts. Yeah, I'm just more thinking about the story that the game is telling me about the character. Like I feel like it is creating a fairly consistent vision of who the character is through his dialogue, through the way he interacts with, especially the people he knows, his past relationships and stuff. But that the content of the game isn't exactly consistent with that. Like the main quest stuff is mostly fine, but all the side quest stuff doesn't. They don't seem like side quests. They don't seem like side quests for that character. Like, I mean, what could I contrast that with? Like the Spider-Man, recent Spider-Man PlayStation game. Okay, some of those were quite contrived because it was just like, I left myself. Oh wait, hang on, am I getting too muddled up? No, didn't he leave himself training programs on the roofs of houses? He was like, he'd go up to the computer and he's like, "Hey Peter, it's me, Peter. I left you this training course." Or is that just in Miles Morales? I can't remember now. Anyway, not all of it was completely convincing. Some of it was extremely contrived. But you know, the side content in a superhero game is largely someone is being mugged. And in Spider-Man particularly, it felt really good because it was like I really need to get to work, or I really need to go and see Aunt May. So you'd set off swinging across the city. You're like, I really got to go see Aunt May, and then almost immediately someone would get mugged near you, and you would. So you would be like, oh shit, I need to go stop that mugging, right? And because you get experience points and you get like stop mugging points, which have a particular place in the progression system, so you want to stop lots of muggings. So you run off and you stop a mugging, and then almost immediately someone's car gets jacked, and you have to chase after the car and drag it to a stop, and you have to try and do that without getting shot or without anyone dying. And then another mugging happens, and blah, 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 blah. And you're like, oh my god, I'm really late to go and find Aunt May, and you finally get to Aunt May, and she's like, God, you're really late. You took your time. And I think that dialogue is fixed. I don't think it matters how long you took. It's just it's just Peter Parker's thing that he takes forever and is incredibly unreliable because he's always stopping to do stuff. And that's like and that game used the concept of open world side quests to really sell you the basic fantasy of being Spider-Man, because that's what it's all about. Like, you're supposed to do something important, but you keep getting distracted by, side quests, which obviously are hugely important to the person whose life it is that's being ruined at that moment. But yeah, here I feel like I'm enjoying the computer game aspect of just like grinding stuff for loot, but it's not doing anything to contribute to the world or the character or selling me on anything. It's just entirely gameplay. Gameplay story segregation. It feels very much like that. Percy said each of the Witcher sets are based on a school. You have an initial 7, each armor piece and 2 swords. Then you have more quests like part 3, which is upgrades. Okay, alright. So I don't have so I do have that quest, but I just haven't found any of the level 1 diagrams. Is that what that's implying? Find the boot upgrade. Oh, okay. Oh yes, it does say upgrade diagram, right, okay. So the armor upgrade, right. So I need to find, So find the So is this a quest I can just do? I'm confused now. No, I don't want the world map, do I? Yes, I do. Find the diagrams. Is that what that's saying? Search the Witcher George's grave. Is that for the diagrams? fuck it, I mean, we might as well try. It's miles away there. Oh, is that a... I look at that, I think Roman camp. Is that what I'm seeing there? Is that a siege camp? Notice board. I'm not sure what that is, but it makes me... I assume that's a military encampment from the look of it. If it is, then good job on them selling that to me. Although that is massive, because these villages are quite large. Yeah, it's an army camp, yeah. As far as side quests go, I guess the contracts are the most character consistent. Yeah, that bit works. It's like, can someone... I mean, obviously it's a bit contrived that there's millions of them, but can someone please go into the woods and kill this witch for me? This, ghost or whatever. So apparently he doesn't kill witches, even though he's called a witcher. That's great. That just works. That's fine. Right, how am I going to do this then? I've got to just go miles, haven't I? Should probably stop. Yeah, actually, it's quite late. I should probably stop. Okay, I will. Right, I'm over my cold now. Well, I probably shouldn't have said that, but yeah. God willing, I'm over my cold now. So, hopefully I can stream slightly more regularly. So why don't I carry on with this another time? And we can go find some... But I'm a bit confused by the way this quest is labelled, though. Because I can go here and search the grave, but I don't have the diagrams, but I don't know what that means. And it tells me I have 0 of them. Yeah, I don't... I'm gonna go and just search the thing, right? But I based on the layout of the quest, I assume I'm either skipping stage 1 or I'm gonna have to do stage 1 as well. Possibly all 6 of them are gonna be at that location. Who knows? Got no idea. What do I already have? I have... These are Witcher gear, right? Are they? Oh, they're from the Viper School. Okay. Is that from the Viper School too? No, that's Warrior. Is that Warrior School, or am I just misunderstanding the terminology there? I don't know. Anyway, I should leave it there. Jinx myself to another 6 weeks of cold. Yes, I have. God damn it. Did that work? Scavenger hunt. Oh, cute! It's labelled it with the quest I'm currently on. Oh, that's a really good way of labelling a save file. Like, rather than labelling it with the main quest stage that I'm on, it's labelled it with the current quest I have selected. That could be really confusing, but I like that because it means I've kind of got control over. Oh God, it was August. Yeah, so the reason I started playing this game in the first place was in prep for the talk I gave. It ended up not being that important, but yeah. And then I gave my talk and I had a horrible cold for like a month. Never did get COVID. The Warrior one is starting year, technically part of the Wolf School, but not named that because it's not part of a full set or a craftable piece. Oh, okay, is it just like a random one-off item that I found? It's not like a... It's not one of the set pieces. Right, I better leave it there. I really ought to get to bed. Good night, everyone. Thanks for watching. I need to try and set aside... I say this every time, don't I? I need to try and set aside a regular day once a week to try and do streaming more, but in practice that never seems to happen. Tuesdays is probably a good night for it, really. I swear I had a commitment on Tuesdays, but I can't remember what it was. It didn't come up today, whatever it was. I'm so organised. Good night, everyone.